Get ready for some wow on the Signature Mike Show.
I got that wow. Who wants some hands up right now? We got that. Turn it up loud. I know you're wondering how. I got that wow.
Welcome, everybody. We're so happy to have you with us today. I have some fabulous guests that I cannot wait to share with you. I have Kelly Zapata of Kelly Appliance with us, and I have Maestro Dirk Meyer from the Augusta Symphony. Thank you for both being here today.
Thanks. Glad to be here.
I love
Good to
it. Dirk, we are going to start with you.
Okay.
You're in the hot seat right now.
All right.
The Augusta Symphony just celebrated their 70th season.
Yes, we just wrapped up the 70th season. I mean, imagine that, right?
Amazing.
But yeah, you were there for a lot
absolutely
of it.
always there.
And it was a fantastic season filled with great music, amazing guest artists, and I think I saw you at the last one as well, right? Where we ended with the Pines of Rome and the pictures of the CSRA and
yes,
really celebrating our community and celebrating the history of arts and our orchestra.
Absolutely, I got lost in the visual of all of the great pictures and then the music, just amazing.
Thank you.
You have told everyone about the upcoming season. Tell us about some of the things that we have to look forward to.
Yes, so it's always a challenge. Of course, you want to sort of up one from the last time, and we always try. But this is going to be a tough one to follow. But I think we're going to make it. We start out with a symphony concert with just upbeat music. It's called Triumphant Openings, with a Carnival Overture by Dvorak, and we have Brahms' wonderful Second Symphony, Saint-Saëns cello concerto, and then we just keep on going. Our pop series starts right after with music by Tony Bennett that will be paired with some visuals and video from his live and so on. We have our holiday series, our family series, and it just goes on and on and on. It's going to be a packed season, and again, there's going to be something for everybody there.
Yes.
But really just great music, both on the pops as well as on the classical side.
Yes, that's what I love about the symphony. You do have something for everyone. I mean, maybe, I know some people come just to the pop series,
yes,
and some people come just to the symphony series. I personally come to everything because I like a little mix of everything. I'm more of a pops guy,
Yeah.
but I do enjoy the symphony, and I learn something every time.
And we have so many symphony shows, real classical music shows that are still very approachable. They're not necessarily very heavy shows with music, the classical music where you need to sit still and not move.
Yes, well, one thing I love, you add some modern classical music in there too.
Absolutely.
That's the part I really like as well.
Absolutely, yeah, because I always think it's fun to hear something that you are most likely familiar with. Even if you can't name it, you probably have heard the melody. But then also to learn something completely new and find a piece that may or may not speak to you. I hope it will speak to you. But at least, it's something that you haven't experienced for. And I think that's also important for people who are very familiar with classical music. They're classical music lovers. But I try to find something that I think even they will probably not know.
Yes, your notes in the program, or sometimes you will address the audience and tell them what to listen for and say, hey, you might recognize this, you might have heard this was influenced in a movie, or so you've heard it somewhere in a commercial or something, but you do give a lot of dialogue and set a lot of this up as well. Yeah,
and I think it's important, either if it's something that you may recognize, it's fun to know why you recognize it.
Yes, exactly.
But if it's something that you probably don't know, it's good to know a little bit what to listen for. Like, what's the background, what was the composer thinking, and so on. And that's, I think, what you're referring to. I often like to say from stage, so folks, this is what we're going to be listening for, and you will hear X, Y, Z.
Yes.
And then it makes all the difference in your listening experience.
Yes. How can we get somebody that hasn't been to the symphony? How do we get them in a seat to listen? How do we start somebody off for the first time?
Well, I think either the pops is very good. It's we just a few weeks ago we did Star Wars, A New Hope with orchestra. That's a great way to introduce people to the orchestra and just experience what it is like to have 80 people on stage, doing the soundtrack that you're definitely familiar with.
Yes.
That's a great way to do this. We have another one coming up this coming season. We're going to do the next one, The Empire Strikes Back.
I'm so excited. excited.
That would be an amazing way to experience this. But really, any orchestral, any classical or pop show is a great way to start. Like I was just talking about our first classical show with the Brahms and the Dvorak. That's great music.
Yes,
and it's great music, and it is a sound and an experience that you can simply not replicate. It doesn't matter how great your hi-fi system is at home.
It's totally true, yeah, because it is in surround system. And then when I'm in the audience, I mean, you feel not only the great music from the orchestra, but then you feel the energy from the audience just applauding, and they're into it, and they're feeling it, and it's just, and then, you know, we're standing on our feet and clapping, and
there's something special, right, about like, experiencing it together, especially in the world that we live today, that where most of the time we experience stuff on our own.
Yeah.
But to share that with 1,000 other people in the room is really something different.
Absolutely. And one thing I want to say is that I was on the board of the ballet, the Augusta Ballet, for a while, and my guy friends would say, "Oh, I don't want to go. I don't want to see guys in tutus or girls in tutus and all." But there was modern music involved too, so it wasn't. So I think sometimes when people think of classical music, they think of Beethoven and I can't even say Brahms. Yeah, it all comes together.
And but those are all there, and they're all important.
Yes.
But that's not all.
Absolutely.
That's not all. And it really is, you know, even Beethoven, how you experience it. Do you know a little bit about it? And I will tell you a little bit about it if you come.
Yes.
You know, it's not what you think it is. It's
Absolutely.
not your grandma's symphony.
Absolutely. And again, the notes, you give some background on the composer and what they went through in their life, what was, because a lot of these very tumultuous lives sometimes.
Very much so. Dramatic lives, and that's where the music came from, right? I mean, these people went through a lot of stuff, and instead of writing it down, they wrote it down in music.
Yes.
And so it's quite moving when you know a little bit about it.
Absolutely.
And I'm thinking now, you know, a great way to introduce people to it might just be coming up in a few weeks on July 4th, when we do the big 4th of July concerts celebrating the birth of our country at the Green Jacket Stadium.
Yes.
On the 4th of July with fireworks, of course, at the end.
Absolutely. Well, guys, get your tickets for this 4th of July celebration. That is amazing. Dirk, you're going to be back talking more about this, and the Miller Theater is going to be here talking as well. So we look forward to having you again, and we look forward to having our friends join us at the Symphony, you know, next season, and to see everything you have to offer.
Please do.
Can't thank you for being here. Hey, stay tuned with us. We are going to have Kelly from Kelly Appliance here. We're going to give you some I can't talk today. I'm tongue-tied. Some tricks of the trade in kitchen design.
Home isn't just a place, it's where life happens. At the Villages at Bordeaux, each townhome invites you to build memories, celebrating life's little moments and big dreams. Thoughtfully crafted by Herbert Homes, your home offers comfort, energy efficiency, and easy access to our event center, Bordeaux Steak and Seafood, I-20, and downtown Thompson. Ready to find your place? Call today to schedule your tour of the Villages at Bordeaux.
Hi, Suzanne Lily Honey-Michael here with Hardwood Floors & More. For years we've been talking about our flooring and lighting gallery, but did you know we are also your one-stop shop for wallpaper? Today more than ever, wallpaper is the most popular home design element by combining both color and texture. So Hardwood Floors & More has you covered from floor to ceiling. And don't forget, we offer interest-free financing throughout our showroom and a military discount. Discover for yourself why Hardwood Floors & More has so much more in store for you.
At F&M Bank, you're more than a customer, you're family. We believe banking should feel like home, familiar faces, real conversations, and service that's rooted in values and built on relationships. We take the time to know your name, your story, and your dreams. With roots in Washington and Augusta, we're proud to grow with our neighbors. F&M Bank, growing strong, one neighbor at a time.
It's hard to know where to start when shopping for home or kitchen appliances, but you can count on Kelly Appliance for exceptional value and dedicated customer service. Family owned and operated since 1962, their friendly and knowledgeable staff will see you through the entire process, from selecting the right product to experienced delivery and installation. It's no wonder that Kelly Appliance is consistently awarded for their service and expertise. Visit Kelly Appliance at one of their 2 convenient locations in Martinez and Aiken.
Are you building or remodeling, or maybe just want a little kitchen redo? You want to watch this segment because I have Kelly Zapata with me from Kelly Appliance. Thank you for being here with us.
Of course.
Always a wealth of information. So much to tell us about kitchen appliances. The kitchen is the heart of the home.
It is.
It is. It's one of the most important rooms.
Very important.
I mean, we're cooking our meals, we're
Yes.
dining in those, we're entertaining. I mean, let's face it, when we have a party, everybody's in the kitchen, right?
Exactly.
They really are. So we want it to function well, but we also want it to look nice.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's what we offer, functional appliances as well as good looking, and
Yes.
make it the centerpiece of your home.
You do. So you're Kelly Appliance, but again, tell us, I know you've told us before, it's not named after you.
It is not, not named after me. The store was established in 1962 by my grandparents.
Yes.
So now we're a third generation business. My grandma, however, is still in the business.
Yeah.
She comes in every day.
I ran into her the other day when I was there.
Yes,
Yeah, I always
yes.
love seeing your grandmother.
So you can attest she is there.
She is there. She saw your mom as well.
Yes.
She was there. So did your parents run it in the interim between the generations there?
So my uncle actually ran the business after my grandpa passed away. Unfortunately, my uncle passed away in 2015.
Yeah, that was Rusty.
Yes, my
and we do
Uncle
talk
Rusty.
about Rusty a lot. He was wonderful.
Yes.
I think that's when I moved here. Rusty was there. That's right. And I
Yes.
worked. They worked, and then I think he had passed at that time, and you helped us with our kitchen when we did our package, our Jenner
Yes,
package.
yes. So
for
after
our
he
house.
passed away, my brother and I came in, and here we are.
Wow,
10 years later.
That's great. I'm sure your
Yeah.
grandmother's proud. I know she
Yes,
is.
yes.
She's told me she is.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. Well, let's talk about. So you've been in business 1962. Is that what you said?
Yes.
That's
So a long time.
A long time. Not going to do the math because it's close to when I was born. So we won't do the math. So I talked about my house. So you do kitchen packages, but you can also do onesies, twosies.
Yes.
If
so
somebody needs something.
We can put together whatever kind of package you like, whether that be all the same brand or mix and matching for whatever features best suit what you're looking for. We can put something together for you and make it work.
Right. You all really helped us because at the time I think I was kind of all over the map because I liked features of one brand and then I wanted something of another. But considering everything we needed, you all came together with a package. And so if we stayed with the Jenner package, we saved a lot of money.
Yes.
So, and we basically got everything we wanted. I mean, I don't know, it was 6-7 years later, we still love every appliance in the kitchen because you are so helpful in finding the right fit.
Well, thank you.
You know, somebody comes in, they say, hey, I want a 30-inch range. But there are options with that.
There are definitely options with that, and that's our goal, is to ask the right questions to make sure we get what you want.
Absolutely.
And make sure
absolutely.
you're aware of what's out there as
Right.
well.
So sometimes when people come in and they have a let's say they're gutting their kitchen or they're building, they'll have a plan of the kitchen, but I'm sure sometimes you might say, hey, you're probably involved in some of that kitchen design because you're going to put an appliance in there that wasn't designed into the plan.
Correct. Yeah, some people will come in with plans ready or knowing their layout and what they want to get. Other times they'll come in, start complete from scratch, find the right features, find the right look that they want,
Right.
and then go from there.
Right,
But
absolutely.
we help with it all.
Yeah. Some of the trends I like when I'm designing a kitchen, I love a 48-inch range. I love the big ovens underneath. I like 6 burners or so on the top and a griddle. I love all of that.
Yes.
And then you don't need you do a hood above, and you can do a microwave drawer. So you're doing all the towers of things with the oven and the microwaves. I feel like that was trendy, and we're not doing that so much.
Not so much anymore. A lot of people want to maximize their cabinet space, which would lead to the 48-inch range. It also helps people have your cooking all in one place, so you're not running back and forth through the kitchen to your
Yes.
different appliances.
Yes.
So it's all personal preference, and that's what we, again, like to write.
Right. There is a triangle in the kitchen between the sink, the cooktop, and the refrigerator.
Yes.
Sometimes people don't know that, but in designing, we know that, so we have to plan that accordingly.
Yeah.
What are some of the trends that you're seeing that in cooking or, I don't know, your sink, your microwave? What are you seeing?
So colors are coming back in for appliances from what we've seen. A lot of people like the white matte, goes well with an open house with the kind of farmhouse style.
Oh, sure.
You've also got the ability to accessorize with different handle colors. A lot of appliance brands are going toward that more customability.
Nice.
And getting what you want.
Nice, that's fantastic. So a new term that I'm working with clients, they call it a scullery, which is basically a large pantry.
Yes.
And so what that is, they're doing a lot of countertop appliances. A lot of times they run along a wall because it looks like a big closet, or sometimes I've worked on a house recently, it was a big U-shaped scullery. So a lot of appliances in there. You guys deal with some of those countertop appliances appliances as well.
Yes, we do have a few countertop appliances as well, whether that be a toaster you want to put in there, an espresso machine, coffee maker, air fryer. There's a couple different things that you can fill up that space with.
Right, that's nice. A lot of old homes used to have desks in a kitchen, and we're not doing that so much anymore. Well, because we have laptops too, and I don't know about you, but I'm in bed on my laptop, you know.
Yes.
So with that said, if we're pulling out a desk unit, sometimes we'll put in a beverage center. So we might have an under-counter refrigerator, and you guys sell a lot of those, or a wine cooler.
Yeah, a lot of people like to make little bar areas. We've got ice makers. You can choose your different type of ice that you want, whether that be like a large cube or a crushed ice. We've got the beverage centers, whether you want to store wine in those or beer, sodas. They've got options.
Nice, nice.
Yep.
And then sometimes coffee stations.
Yes.
They do that. So you guys do some of those coffee
We do,
things
yes.
built in.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes I always think, boy, if it breaks down, how am I going to get something that fits right back into that hole?
So they make them of relatively standard cutout, so you can put something else in there if you needed to.
Okay.
But yeah, people who get those built-in coffee makers can't live without them after they have got them.
Gotcha. Well, you're such a wealth of information, and I love always talking to you about appliances. I love kitchen design. I love to bring my clients over to you, and you guys always take such great care of them. Again, you ask the right questions, and you find out what fits best for them, not only in the size of certain appliances, but color finishes as well.
Yes.
You know?
Colors, features, we try to get it right the first time.
Yeah, well, we want people to consider their options. There are always options in design, and appliances, sometimes I think people stay tunnel vision and they don't consider everything. But if they invest a little time with you guys, they can get the right fit, and everything would work perfectly.
Yep. It's all about making your life easier nowadays, and appliances can help do that.
I love it. Well, check out Kelly Appliance. You won't be sorry. They have just really great product. They have a great, great showroom. But stay tuned, and we will be back. I have an incredible design dilemma that I want to share with you.
Ever wonder what truly makes a house a home? It's all the thoughtful touches, all the little details that bring personality and character to any space. At Signature Interiors and Gifts, we believe that your home should be as unique as you are. Our collection is a treasure trove of inspiration, just waiting for you to explore. Our team would be honored to help you create a home that's not just lived in, but truly loved. Signature Interiors and Gifts, where every corner of your home tells your story.
At Reliable Equipment Rental, we rent the good stuff. From compact lawn and garden equipment, large earth-moving equipment, to Takeuchi compact equipment known for its brute strength and bulletproof durability. Whether you're a professional contractor or a weekend do-it-yourselfer, we have the equipment to get your job done. And in the CSRA, you can only get the good stuff at Reliable Equipment Rental, your trusted Takeuchi dealer. Sales, parts, and service, 4001 Washington Road.
Imagine a life filled with energy, adventure, and clarity, where each day is a new opportunity. At Be Healthy Medical Weight Loss, we're here to turn that vision into reality. With over 15 years of experience in the Augusta area, our specialists are dedicated to guiding your health journey. Whether you want to lose 10 pounds or 100, trust our experts to get you to your goals confidently and safely. Buzz on over to 4150 Washington Road so you can thrive at the Hive.
Welcome to Second City Distillery. We are handcrafted one bottle at a time in the heart of Augusta, Georgia. Come visit us and discover the art of distillation like never before. Our spirits are curated, ensuring every bottle tells a story of passion and dedication. From our smooth, award-winning bourbon to our crisp and refreshing vodka, we offer a diverse range of flavors that capture the essence of our passion. Join us for a tasting or a tour and experience the spirit of Augusta with Second City Distillery. Cheers.
As a designer, I work with a lot of clients that have issues with their windows. They need some kind of window covering. They don't know what to do. A lot of clients simply have a lot of drapery, heavy drapery that they just want to get rid of. But I want to share with you a project that I worked on recently. This client had a lot of open window space. The big problem here was she used to have a lot of trees behind her house, and then the hurricane came along and pulled a lot of trees down. So now no privacy. a lot of sun coming in, so she didn't quite know what she wanted to do. But furthermore, this table grouping here just kind of floats in the space. The chandelier just floats down from the ceiling. There's nothing to ground any of this and really give it some personality. So I want to show you what I did. I just took some Roman shades, made some custom Roman shades, and look what it does for the space. These can go up and down, so they can totally block out if you want to block out the sun, give yourself some privacy at nighttime from the neighbors. But that works really well. But it really grounds that chandelier. It's more pronounced. The dinette set there, the breakfast set, really feels grounded, and the space has a little personality. As you see, we chose a fabric that has a little pattern. I make a lot of these, and I'll show you in a minute some with just a neutral linen fabric. But this little pattern just really set the space off, gave it some personality. So the same client had another room in their living room, and so she had the windows, and again, the hurricane came along, her neighbors are looking in, but that wall just felt a little cold. It just needed something warm, and she didn't want heavy drapery treatments, but again, she wanted the opportunity to lower something, the shades, if we could, during the day to block out the sun, or at nighttime to block out the neighbors. So you'll see in the next picture what we have. That's the shades as they're pulled up. They could go up a little further if you wanted, but look how nice and warm that living room looks just with a little fabric at the window. And then the next image I want to show you here, there they are down, and see at nighttime, or if it's sun out, it just gives you a lot of privacy. It blocks out the sun, so it's light filtering. We have dowel rods that run on those ribs there, and you pull the cord and they go up and down. Has a little clutch system so you can stop it anywhere you want on the way up. I use a blackout lining so it blocks out the sun. The sun won't come through the fabric, so that's really nice. Your fabric won't deteriorate as fast, so that works really, really well. I brought some props in the showroom. I cannot talk today. I'm so tongue-tied. But I just kind of want to show you. This is a linen blend fabric that I like to use on the shades. But you see, it has a little texture to it. I don't know if you can see that, but it has a little bit of texture to it. It's really nice for these types of projects. If you wanted, you could always add a little drapery tape down, maybe on the left and right side of the shade if you'd like, to have a little more personality. This is a drapery tape that we normally run along the side of a drapery. But something like this is a lot cleaner from a big, heavy drapery panel. This is awfully nice. But these shades just are a little more versatile and not as heavy. So I really, really do like to use the shades when we can, because it's just nice and clean. And if you want to layer, you certainly can. You could do a Roman shade, and then you could do panels if you want. If your room's large enough, it can handle that. I like to keep the drapery panel on the wall and not so much in the window, because you've got the shades in the window to come up and down. So you just want to kind of frame your shades, and that works really well. That layered look is great. But if you want to use some prints, if you want to bring a theme fabric into the room on your window treatments, onto those shades, you certainly can. We're doing a lot of Asian-inspired prints these days, but look at this. That would make a really lovely shade in a room. And let's say you're in a bedroom and you have a shade like this. Then we could coordinate your bed pillows. Maybe we could do a pillow out of this, or just pull out some colors, but we could sprinkle this fabric around the room if we wanted to a little bit. But I'm going to show you, I know we showed you last week a fan deck of paint colors, and how just so confusing it can be to the common person looking at samples of paint, and you have all of these options. The same thing with fabric. I mean, I just brought one book in today, but this can be very overwhelming. We have a lot of prints, again, Asian-inspired prints, very, very popular. We use fabrics like this, but let's say maybe you want a little mini print. This is almost a little coastal, maybe. It almost looks like coral. So maybe this could be great at the beach. Or if you want, I have a lot of clients now wanting to go to a coastal theme in their home. Geometrics, I'm not sure I have any in this book. There's some floral, some traditional patterns, but geometrics are really popular as well. These are kind of geometric here, but again, look at all of those great color options. you have. So again, it can be a little overwhelming, but that's what us designers in town are for. We can help you with that. I have a lot of clients that might find a little mini print, and it might have all of the colors that they want in the room, but from a distance it gets a little muddy and it just doesn't read really well. So that's what we're here for. You want to pick the right fabric, no matter if you're talking about Roman shade or drapery fabric or pillows. I mean, that's what we're here for. But if you have a design dilemma, email me at mike@signaturemike.com and let's talk about it on the show. We will be right back with my guests of the day. Stay tuned.
It's hard to know where to start when shopping for home or kitchen appliances, but you can count on Kelly Appliance for exceptional value and dedicated customer service. Family owned and operated since 1962, their friendly and knowledgeable staff will see you through the entire process, from selecting the right product to experienced delivery and installation. It's no wonder that Kelly Appliance is consistently awarded for their service and expertise. Visit Kelly Appliance at one of their 2 convenient locations in Martinez and Aiken.
At F&M Bank, you're more than a customer. You're family. We believe banking should feel like home, familiar faces, real conversations, and service that's rooted in values and built on relationships. We take the time to know your name, your story, and your dreams. With roots in Washington and Augusta, we're proud to grow with our neighbors. F&M Bank, growing strong, one neighbor at a time.
There's something special about mornings at Emma's Cafe, where days begin with a smile, fresh brewed coffee, and breakfast that makes you feel right at home. Try our famous Bulldog breakfast, classic biscuits and gravy, or treat yourself to an unforgettable French toast. Come see us Monday through Saturday from 7 to 1 on Main Street in beautiful Thompson, Georgia. Emma's Cafe, where breakfast is more than a meal, it's a moment.
Hi, Suzanne Lily Honey Michael here with Hardwood Floors and More. My husband Greg and I continue to hear about concerns about price increases, but we want to let you know we have always been focused on American-made products. We have the largest selection of flooring and lighting, and our commitment to you is to provide you with the best pricing, products, and workmanship. So come see where our company is the company that friends recommend. Hardwood Floors and More, so much more in store for you.
I hope you enjoyed our guests today. We had a little bit of something for everybody. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you again.
Kelly, what patterns appeal to you in a book like this?
I really like the Asian print.
Do you like the Asian theme?
I do, and then the coral types kind of just depends on where they're going.
Yeah, color theme and all that. Dirk, do you like some? Are you more traditional?
I'm more the geometric type.
Yes, geometric,
I like it clean and modern.
You guys are more contemporary,
yes,
more modern, and you're maybe a little more traditional.
I would say so.
So see, and that's what these fabrics do. They help you do that. Dirk, I want to ask you, if you were stranded on a desert island and you could choose one symphony to listen to for the rest of your life, what would it be?
The rest of my life?
The only one for the rest of your life.
Well, it would probably be a symphony by Gustav Mahler, late 19th century, early 20th century composer. It would probably be his either second or third symphony. And if it's really for the rest of my life, I'm going to pick the third one because it's one of the best pieces of music ever composed, and it's supposedly the longest symphony ever composed. So
I love it.
That would be good, you know, if I have to listen to it over.
So people are going to be looking that up. If you had one superpower, Kelly, what would you want to be?
One superpower, I'd say invisible.
I would like that.
Yeah.
I would like that.
Get to go to any concert I want to, maybe sneak on a plane, you know, all the fun stuff.
Oh, I love it. That sounds really fun. Well, hey, catch us here every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday here on WRDW, the Signature Mike Show. We loved having you today. See you next time.
All right.